If not, the music isn't so bad, I don't think. So, welcome to the third race. This is between GearlessRobot and Tzoonami. Alright, well, it looks like we are good to go. I'm going to start the timer when I actually see it happen on the stream as opposed to the other way. Alright, so they just started. And we're off to the races. There might be a little bit of sync issue going on. I'm going to try and make Tzoonami's screen cap a little bit bigger too. Let's see. Just need to, there we go. Should be good. Right about there. Make it a good size 2, and boom. Just a little bit off. Music is a little too loud. That I can definitely fix. Alright, so game audio. Actually, that's pretty good. Alrighty. So, this is our third race here. GearlessRobot and Tzoonami. Both are pretty strong speedrunners in general, so we should be very excited and happy to see what's going on here. Alright, so there's a trick right here at the start. I'm not sure if these races are going to go for it. Called Candy Skip. It literally only saves a second, but it's pretty neat trick. Yeah, these caps look pretty good. Perfect. Alright. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you're excited for a good 4 hours straight of races here. I'm pretty excited to be here with you, watching, commentating. I'll try and fill the sound void as much as I can. So first trick here, you skip riding on the teleporter yourself by just talking to Marley when you're prompted to step on the teleporter. Saves quite a bit of time. I actually don't think I've seen Chrono take a teleport at the beginning of the game in quite some time. The audio's a little high. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Game audio wasn't even working the last couple streams. maybe try and get my voice a little bit louder too. Like that. Yeah, any feedback you guys want to give on levels or volumes, please go ahead. Alright, so this is the very basic beginning. There's about the 5 minutes of cutscenes, and we're on to our first battle. You'll notice that both players started with no save files on the game, which means that when you start a new game, or just start a game, your RNG value will be 0. Normally your RNG value increments for every frame that you spend on the save screen, or the screen where you load your saves. But deleting all the saves means that we start with the same value every time, which is important in order to manipulate things like criticals, as well as enemy AI. There's a lot of pretty cool stuff here. So the big key for this fight is just to make sure that Chrono gets attacked twice, once by each imp on his left and right. The RNG windows in this game are not like, they're not super strict. Oops, there we go. Alright, so it looks like we're picking up a little bit of gearless audio. That's fine. Maybe we'll switch over to the other one. The game volume's a little bit lower. So yeah, as I was saying with the RNG windows, depending on the value that you end the previous battle on, the next battle will jump to a certain starting point. And I believe that there's 16 different starting points, but there's only 8 really main windows that you want to get into. So sometimes you might be a little early, and maybe it'll take just an extra fight to get you back on track. If you're late, there's other ways that we can manipulate the save and the RNG values in order to do that. Looks like both players here are just fine. They've done the bird skip, and they're going to talk to Marley dressed as Queenling. So we get to learn the dangers of time travel. You get to see what happens when you mess with something. And in this particular situation, the queen, who was kidnapped, was never saved because they mistook Marley as her. And unfortunately for Marley, she is the queen's ancestor, and she no longer exists. You have to be kind of careful in this cutscene too, because you can run away before it's finished. Right there, when the room turns blue, it is possible to run away. And you need to complete that second cutscene in order to progress the story. There's a couple battles coming up here, which are very important. Number 1, for learning the skills that we need to take on the next couple battles, we're going to be learning Cyclone and Flame Toss, and the dual tech Fire Whirl. And with those, we can easily complete the upcoming fights. But another important thing with these two fights is we want to do them according to script in order to manipulate the Nagaet fight that's coming up. They have some pretty nasty attacks that they won't even show us as long as we're on the correct RNG value. Alright, so Tzoonami is the first one out. Oh, this game's been broken down quite a bit. And it does boggle my mind too. So he wants to attack the bottom one with Chrono, which is just right. You hold X with Luca. And now this is the big key here. You want to wait for both Luca and Chrono's bar to fill up, because we're doing what is called an RNG jump. When your character targets an enemy that dies with an attack, the game switches the target to another enemy, but when that happens, you end up jumping the RNG ahead, more values than would normally happen. You could still end up in the same window, but with these fights, we're actually jumping it to a point where we're going to be in a further ahead window, which is really nice. And there's another RNG jump here in the second fight. If you notice, he targeted the creature that Luke killed with a crit with Chrono. So we've done 2 RNG jumps, which pushes us into a slightly further window than we would normally be in, which is the proper good window for these Nugget fights. And things look good for GearlessRobot as well. You got the fight. There was a crit there, though. That means that he might still be in the proper window. But a crit normally means that you did something slightly off in the previous fight. I can try and explain the crits a little bit more, because like every action that you take in battle, besides using an item, increments the RNG. Some attacks incremented more than others, and the final value at the end of a fight is going to be your starting crit value in the next fight. And the crit value only increments by 1 each fight, or by 1 per each attack. So once you have your starting value, then in that battle, you can tell based on where you are in your crit table exactly who's going to be getting crits in a row. But because it's based on your final value in the previous battle, then you need to be very careful to execute your scripts perfectly before battles where your crits are necessary. Like the crit at the beginning of this fight isn't very necessary. It's more to set your ATB up. Because you're going to be killing the Nugget with a Fire Whirl regardless. Looks like Tzoonami has got a little bit of a lead here, which is pretty sweet. Not by too much, but he named Frog about 10 seconds early. We're getting a 10-second lead here. Tzoonami goes along the bottom. He didn't bother to go for the revive chest. That's something I like to get myself, but it's certainly not necessary, and if you feel comfortable in your abilities, it's not something that you have to get. Yeah, Tzoonami is just doing a little bit of a sidetrack there. We have to get a new sword for Chrono and a power tab for Chrono as well, all of which are going to be very necessary for the next set of battles when we get back to the present. You'll see the runners sort of moving in somewhat awkward ways. It's all just avoiding battles. Most of the time casually, you want to fight all of these battles. For equipment, for money, you name it, but it's way too slow for what we're trying to do here. So let's see. Tzoonami's got crits. I think GearlessRobot was a little bit slow on his Nega fight, so he might not end up getting the crits here. Yep. So that's textbook manipulation for the first set of fights here by Tzoonami. Everything went perfectly for him. And we're going to be using a save and reload coming up. So at that point, all of our RNG is going to be based on our load times there instead of the previous battles. Looks like GearlessRobot got the slightly early menu. There you go. Yeah, Chrono gets hit there. It's unfortunate, but if you are a little bit slow opening up your menu, the way that those henches move, they don't... Why didn't they die? Was that only a cyclone? Uh-oh, this fight's going a little bad here. He must have done a cyclone and not a fire whirl. Oh, this fight's going really bad for him. On Tzoonami's side, you'll notice the Yakra skip where he used a save anywhere glitch to save past the trigger inside the cutscene. And so he was able to maintain control of his character. And once the battle starts, if Yakra is off screen, the game just considers it a victory. Alright, these henches are beating him up quite badly. There we go, he's through the fight. A little scary there. I thought someone might take some lethal damage. Alright, we have a sub-16 Yakra for Tzoonami. That's very nice. I'm gonna have to rewatch the VOD there. I think he might have... he's just using his menu in case he gets into a fight. Yeah, that's taking things a little safe. There's not a... Oops. I'm not sure why he's saving and reloading here. Alright. There you go. Gonna hold the transition. Yeah, that's why he saved. You need to be very careful. Once you... If you fail your fade out trying to get your save anywhere there, then there's no way to walk back through the door from Yakra's room. So you need to reload. Almost there. Just gotta get himself on that save point. Yeah, he's got it. There you go. I think that's close enough. I'm not quite sure what he was doing there, but it worked, so he's good. Yeah, there's lots of interesting bugs that go on when you're doing the Yakra skip. Oh, there's Tzoonami. He just hit his reverse bird skip. Very nice. Very nice. You only have a couple pixels there to hit that skip, so it's very important. Like, you can just reset if you end up getting into the fight, because your load is setting up your RNG for your first guard fight all the way after the trial. Alright, and there's a successful Yakra skip for GearlessRobot. Got a little bit of time to make up here versus Tzoonami, but anything can happen in this race. Yeah, 19 minutes back is very nice for Tzoonami. I've actually been, I've switched my split. I used to split on the fade out from the Yakra skip, but because of Candy Skip, if you miss your, or if you get candy skip, then as soon as you're finished on this scene and you're on the next scene, the candy cutscene happens right away. So I like to split right here as you're fading out of Lin Square, and it sort of normalizes your split so you don't have your golds being one way or the other. Alright, yeah, all these battle skips here in the forest, especially in the present time, are very easy to do. You just grind along the side of the trees and you're good to go. So we get to learn just how much the Chancellor hates Chrono. And you can't really blame him. You glitched him out of existence back in 600 AD. So the trial here is pretty straightforward. You're just going to try and mash through as much text as you need to. There's just two very important things that you need to pay attention to. And it doesn't really happen, like, there's visual cues that allow you to make sure to hit it the right way. Alright, it looks like GearlessRobot is going for the old strategy, I think. Where you don't do the reverse bird skip, and using a mash load on Yakra, you still end up in the same RNG window. You just fail the bird skip instead, basically. You don't bother saving and reloading. Everything should still end up alright for him. It's safer, but reverse bird skip I definitely think is something that everyone should attempt to learn at some point. Get some trial music going on here. Let's see if Tzoonami gets guilty. Not guilty. Yeah, with the proper inputs there, you've got a 50-50 chance. The second juror is the one who's going to decide whether you are guilty or not. He is RNG. All the other ones are determined based on your answers. And it's really only a difference of about 6 seconds. You just get a few more text boxes in the next scene after this. So it's pretty straightforward. And yeah, 4-3 in favor of not guilty. Marley is definitely right to stand up for what's going on here. But there's not much you can do. Not when the king is so hard-headed. What a guy. What a guy. So there's one of the more important manipulations where I believe Tzoonami did it with the reverse bird skip, and again, GearlessRobot did it by his mash load on the Yakra reload and by failing the bird skip fight. The first guard that you're fighting while you're in here has exactly 60 HP, and we want the RNG to be on a certain battle value where we get a max damage roll, where Chrono does exactly 60 damage to the guard. Looks like we're gonna take a safety save. Oh. He's just gonna reload. He wasn't confident in his load for the reverse bird skip. That's fair. That is another thing where if you don't think your load was correct, you can reload in there. It's the same load. You haven't gotten into any battles since the reverse bird skip, so there's nothing that's really changing the RNG. Alright, so yeah, the Steel Saber and the 2 power tabs, which we picked up earlier, should put us exactly to 60 damage here. And things are looking pretty good. So you just have to squeeze through these 2 guys. Looks good. There we go. And we've got a really long fade out here. Oh, Tzoonami's giving it. He's getting good distance there on each of his fade outs. This is one of the more tricky things to refine for your speed strats. Fade outs, you can do them safely and open up your menu early, but the time it takes for your menu to fade in and fade out again, it adds up. There you go. Oh, that's so unlucky. I thought he had that guard for sure. Alright, so that crit there, we were on a battle value where the crits would hit Dragon Tank pretty hard and we would have a very nice fight that's about 30 seconds faster than the backup that Tzoonami's going to have to do here. Now, there's something that I actually am not too familiar with. Apparently, there is a backup fight if you fail a guard skip, but I think it only works if you fail the second guard skip, and that's based on your ending value. Yeah, those are really nice fade outs. All right, fade out the guard fight there. Since we're not on manipulation, maybe Tzoonami wants to read the piece of paper that's falling on the floor to figure out how to beat the Dragon Tank. I'm sure he knows how, though. And I'm being told that it doesn't matter which guard you get in the fight with, which kind of makes sense because it's the same enemy with the same stats and everything. So I'm interested to see if he's going to use just the 3 firewhirl strat using unequip, which was done earlier. Firewhirl hits pretty hard, and you're able to kill the body and the wheel very quickly. Looks like he's going for the firewhirl strat. Yeah. So 3 firewhirls will kill the wheel and the body of the Dragon Tank, and then you just kind of have to mash onto mash onto the head and kill it. With the other fight, with criticals, we were actually able to kill the head before the rest of the body, and it saves a lot of extra turns and damage that we would have had to do because the head's not healing anything anymore. Alright, so there's the missile on Luca there. If the missile hits Luca, then you're probably good to not bother tonicking, but it's going to be close. Like, Chrono gets hit down to 1 HP, and it's very scary. Looks like he's going to go for the tonic. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so everything else is dead, and he's just wailing on the head. He's hoping he can get some criticals in. There we go. Oh, I didn't see that. I see. Well, I guess it's a good thing that he safety saved then. There we go. Now he's all equipped up. A Cyclone. For 60. Okay, he hit the load. I was a little focused on the Dragon Tank fight. I wasn't seeing what GearlessRobot was doing. That was a pretty good Dragon Tank fight for being off RNG. Big long fade out here for GearlessRobot, I believe. One of the other tricks that you can do with fade outs here is you can hold start plus B, which closes your menu on the first possible frame. It's pretty interesting. And so what you do is you have start plus B buffered, and you keep your run in the direction that you want to be doing your fade out, and then you just tap your menu button as you're going along. Oh no. I don't think he hit that. Yeah. He was just shy of it. He was one fade out away. Yeah, and you notice there his Cyclone did 57. That's a normal damage roll for Cyclone there. See if we can hit a 60 here. No, another 57. Alright, he's gonna have to be very aware not to use any more tech points if he ends up getting caught by any of these guards here, because you need your 6 tech points there. Oh, that's a really good guard pattern for the first guard. Just not hit any more guards. Oh, he got caught. Just attack. There you go. Yeah, you need that 6 MP for the Firewall strats on Dragon Tank. You could heal at the save point. That's also something that you could do, but that involves using your shelter. So you would need to find another shelter for later on. Good. Not getting caught by those shield guys. They can be kind of annoying to fight. They're pretty slow. Alright, good fade out. And we're on our way to Dragon Tank for GearlessRobot. Tzoonami is just heading into Lab 16. Some of the tightest movement I still haven't mastered myself. You want to open up the chest and then get stolen from the rat. With both text box open, one open and the other one in queue, the game is unable to pull you into a battle if you walk onto a battle trigger. So it's a neat way to optimize your movement a little bit. Like, instead of moving all the way around the battles, you just run right through them. It's pretty cool. It's pretty average, not a bad by any means. Lab 16 for Tzoonami. Alright, there's the second half of the menu for GearlessRobot. I can't remember. It should be okay. So Tzoonami is already almost to his second boss skip of the game. So he does his menu here. Everyone does their menu in a slightly different spot. Looks like he's foregoing the Berserker because he's not on RNG. That is something to consider for sure. The Berserker is very helpful when you are on RNG. And it is still helpful even if you're not on RNG, because Marley will hit for more damage. It's just you can't really target where the damage is going. And so there's another fade out with the boss. The only thing to note about this is that what he did was he switched his controls so his menu button, instead of being X, was A. Because if you press X at any point in Guardian Room, you get into a fight with a bunch of buggers. And yeah, it's not a good thing at all. Alright, so it looks like Chrono got hit by the missile on GearlessRobot's side. And when that happens, you definitely have to heal. There you go. Yep. And then you're fine. You should just be able to hold X for the rest of the fight. Will Tzoonami get the rat? Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's unfortunate. He does have the time to spare. Get it. Get it, get it, get it. Rat? Okay, he got it. And there, that crit should probably do it for the Dragon Tank. Oh, one more hit. There we go. Dragon Tank down for GearlessRobot. Well done. That is a very scary section of the game. There's a lot of really tough RNG battle skips. And if you miss any of them, you're off RNG. It's definitely one of the crunch points. Alright, so another fade out here for Tzoonami. There's an animation of Lavos coming down, or coming up from the center of the planet, attacking everyone, so we skip that. Next up, Rotodome. Alright, so avoiding all the fights on the way in here is one thing, but avoiding them on the way out is definitely a little bit more difficult, at least in my opinion. And here's the crunch. These beetles are pretty rough to get by. Looks like he's going to take it extra safe here. Yep. Yeah, if you just waited a little bit, they move right out of your way, and you have clear sailing. You just need to wait an extra cycle here on the rats as they circle around the bugger. Not too bad, though. Still pretty solid. So we learn the sad truth about these people's future. So hungry they can't even think straight. Living off of an Enerton, dudes. That'd be quite the life. I love hamburgers a little bit too much. Or mutant burgers in the future, but... Oh, and there's the Chancellor, giving that face. What? One of the best sprites in the game. Alright, so just a little thing to note, what Tzoonami just did there, he started the cutscene trigger by walking into the side of the wall instead of walking up to the jet bike. Either way starts the event, but when you walk towards the wall, the characters following you are a little bit closer to the position where they want to be. And you're literally just saving frames, but it's also free, so you might as well go for it when you can. So Journey's not too hard of a race. It depends on how dangerous you really want to take the race. I know there's some better players who just like to bounce on the front of Johnny all the way. And if you're that good to do that, then all the more power to you. I like to take it a little bit safe at the end. Bounce off the back. Oh no. Alright, that's going to give GearlessRobot a chance here. Oh. Alright, so he's got to race again. Johnny's too strong. Alright, that's a nice little bit of breathing room for GearlessRobot to maybe get back into this. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a tough one here. You have to be sure to go very low, like in behind whatever that is. It kind of looks like an air conditioner or something. You need to be very low behind that in order to squeeze by that battle trigger. Okay, so Tzoonami made it through. Johnny and boss. Luckily that doesn't affect your RNG at all. Although he's not on RNG, that's right. The man says no. Alright, yeah, so he uses his shelter here as opposed to inside the factory. Oh, that crit is super lucky. That's one of the things that you need to be careful of, is a Chrono attack plus a Marley attack will most likely kill a bugger. A Chrono attack and a Luca flame toss will most likely kill a bugger. But even with a Berserker on, a Marley attack and a Luca flame toss sometimes just doesn't cut it. I think they have exactly 100 HP. Maybe 99. Okay, here's the fade out for GearlessRobot. There's always some, whenever I did the fade out with the A button like that, you could definitely notice how easy it feels to do it. You're just sort of like pressing B to close the menu, and then you slide your finger over to A. It feels really slick to do it that way. Some players even play with their controls swapped from the beginning of the game, just to get a more comfortable feeling fade out. That's one of the things that I was thinking of doing myself, is learning a slightly more comfortable way to do a fade out, because when I do start plus B, I've got a weird grip, and it's like, kind of strains my wrist a little bit. Alright, I'm definitely sure that GearlessRobot saved a little bit of time, even with the fight that he got in versus the extra Johnny race. And, oh, get the rat, get the rat. Oh, is this rat going to be extra trolly today? I believe. Oh, no. Yeah, the rat can be a little iffy. You need to be very quick on your turns. There you go. I find that you don't want to hit any diagonals when you're making your turns chasing the rat. You literally want to sort of like slide your thumb towards the center of the D-pad and then towards the new direction, as opposed to hitting a diagonal. Because the diagonal will slow you down. You bonk against the wall a little bit. Okay, Tzoonami is... ooh. Bug battle for GearlessRobot. That's a tough one to get right. You need to be holding down near the bottom of the stairs to grind around the edge. If you have any rightward movement pressed, you're probably going to end up in the battle. Alright, fade out on GearlessRobot's side. Almost there. There you go. Nice backup save for Tzoonami. Our series can be very trolly. The stuff that those guys do, pretty rough. Alright, you'll notice Tzoonami sort of moving a little bit funny there. There are 4 battles actually there that he just skipped. So what do you guys think? What his pattern going to be? Should have called that out a little bit sooner, but let's hope for 5 greens. Yikes. Alright, so these are the acid and alkalines. This fight is a lot of RNG. You need to be careful when you're attacking them. Specifically the green ones. If the green, like what just happened right there, if the green slime is too close to an orange slime, then he'll do a counterattack, which does a fair amount of damage. So if you're able to attack the green slime where he's not too close, yeah, that would have been really dangerous to attack the green slime there, because one of the attacks would probably kill Chrono. Looks like he's going to heal Chrono just to be safe. That's actually a fair thing. Yeah, 4 oranges is pretty rough. The other part is the oranges have way more defense than the green, and they have 1 more HP as well. The green only have 9. And if you get a good damage roll, you can kill them in 1 or 2 hits. But these orange ones, it's very likely that you're just going to hit for a 1. They have, like... I'm not sure if it's exactly how the game is programmed, but it's like... You can basically consider that they have, like, a really good armor class. Ooh, a 7. There we go. Alright, so it's got a couple cutscenes for Tzoonami. Let's see if GearlessRobot handles Johnny a little bit better. Very important here to make sure that Chrono and Luca are healed up. You want them at max HP for the R-Series fight. Alright, so we gotta guess that Gearless is gonna get 5 greens. Let's hope. 5 greens would be very sick and a good way to get caught up. Like with 5 greens and good damage rolls, you can finish that fight in like 4 rounds or even less. Yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed, and it's obviously just Murphy's Law, but once you actually beat down one of the orange slimes to the point where they only have 1 or 2 health left, then you always hit them for a nice, big, juicy damage roll. Alright, GearlessRobot, he's going crazy. Oh no, Johnny is trolling tonight. Johnny is unbeatable tonight. He's just too good. I believe GearlessRobot, you can do it. Let's see if Tzoonami gets the quick cyclone on our series. Oh, there's still quite a bit of cutscenes there. But with our series, the strategy for the fight is very simple. You want to cyclone the front, 2 cyclones on the back rows, and then a final cyclone on the front. You want to avoid the counterattacks that they will do. And this is one way to avoid that. You also need to be very careful. If you accidentally miss your input on your last one and you leave one R-Series later, do not attack him with Luca, because she won't be able to do enough damage. And if you attack one when there's only one left, they'll do a suicide attack, basically, and it'll wipe your party. So Gearless is into the bugger fight. What's his health looking like? Ooh, this is scary. No, Chrono doesn't die there, but I feel like Luca is probably gonna die. I didn't notice if he got the quick cyclone. It went into the battle too quickly. Alright, so Luca died there. That's a little bit unfortunate. The experience there is actually very important for Luca. Alright, so he went for the attack and flame toss on the front row. That's very safe, and definitely what you want to be doing. Uh-oh. The back ones are getting an attack before Chrono gets a turn. If this third one attacks Chrono... Oh god. Oh no! He's resetting right away. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This does give GearlessRobot another chance to get back in here. Yeah, that fight, the R-Series, like I said, it's simple, but it is scary. There's so many of them, and they get their turns very quickly. So you need to be very quick with all of your inputs. Oops. Luckily, you can run away from these slimes. Oh, he's just going to reset? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, there we go. They didn't want to come off the wall. I don't think I've ever seen that. So run along the top. Just as long as you don't run in the middle, you should be fine there. Run along the bottom. He's gonna go for an early cure beam, just so the fight's not so scary. Oh wow. Looks like GearlessRobot had the run button held at some point, even if you tap it at any point going through there. And I don't think you can run from that fight either. Yeah, it's very important not to hold the run button just while you're walking along that platform with these buggers. Okay. Just barely made it. That was kind of scary. Probably a good idea to go heal at the Enerton. Oh, he was on his way out, I see. Alright, so he didn't get better slime fight the second time round either, unfortunately. Alright, so as long as Luca doesn't get attacked here, or Chrono, this is actually super scary. It's Chrono. Alright, well with the extra experience that he earned from that other fight, I don't think it's really gonna matter too much. Yeah, like there won't be any worry about him being under-leveled. Oh. Save point troll right there. You think you're on the save point, but it doesn't quite register. Safety save for him. Alright, we definitely have a much closer race going on now. Yep. We have a much closer race going on. Oh, yeah, you gotta run along the bottom there. Alright, so there was a vote for all greens for GearlessRobot. Let's see what he ends up getting. All systems down. Laser defense is off. Ooh, we get 4 orange for him as well. Wow. Ooh. Looks like the green is the default. Ooh, there we go. Now he doesn't have to worry too much. He can just spam attacks without getting any without getting any counters. Yeah, that was a sick crit. 14 damage. There's no way they're surviving that. There's another cool strategy where you can use Robo to rocket punch one of the greens. You don't want to rocket punch at the orange. You'll only ever do like 1 or 2 damage. But a rocket punch on a green has a very good chance to do 9+ damage and kill it in 1 hit. And that's like, if it dies, it won't ever counter. Like if it's close enough to counter, but it dies before it gets a chance to, then you're good to go. Alright, so our series round 2 for Tzoonami. Let's see how this goes. One of the strategies that I've seen people use is a double tap. There you go. That's what he did there. It takes 3 inputs to choose tech, choose the tech you want to use, and complete the input. So with a double tap, you're hoping that either your first or your second is going to be right there on the early frame. You open up your Cyclone. This fight looks a lot more textbook here. Second time round. Yeah. He got it off quick enough that these guys aren't going to get their attacks. Like, all of their ATBs are just about ready to go off. But now, even if both of them attack, no one's going to die. And they're on their weaker attack. And another little bonus of using Luca to kill the bottom one is that you can just mash your final Cyclone. You don't need to worry about moving it in order to hit all 3. Alright, good job, Tzoonami. We are through our series, and GearlessRobot's just coming into the fight right now. I didn't notice if he healed, but I think he did. I think he might have healed right after the slime fight. Alright, so Tzoonami is onto the... one of the more difficult parts of the run, technically. He has Hecarim and Zombor skip and end of time save anywhere, and they're all like within 5 minutes of each other. It's this very technically heavy spot in the game where if you nail your skips, you're gonna be doing very good time-wise. They're not too costly if you only miss them once, but they're very precise skips, and you need to be on the right pixel window in order for them to work. Okay, so... yeah, it looks like GearlessRobot was a little bit slow. Hopefully he can switch his, okay, he went for it with Luca. It's very dangerous when you get the late Cyclone. On Luca's next turn, instead of Flame Toss, I would suggest maybe healing. Yeah, there goes Chrono. Oh, 1 HP? Oh, how lucky are we getting here? Just don't hit Chrono. Oh. That's a feels bad, man. There's also the Specchio fight skip, obviously. So I don't think either player picked up the backup revive. So it looks like GearlessRobot might end up having to... he's gonna try, I believe. Yeah, he's going for the reset. Yeah, it looks like those slimes don't work very well when you load the game. That's unfortunate. Wow, the future has been quite dickish today. I'm not gonna lie. Rats and Johnnies and robots, oh my. They have been vicious. So Tzoonami definitely holds on to his lead here, moving forward. Alright, so there's a 3-2 for GearlessRobot. Kind of unfortunate positioning for the greens. Oh, they moved. I don't think he's going to get a counter here. They should be far enough away. Ooh, 7 on both greens as well. Very nice. Now he should be able to Cyclone without worrying, because it'll kill any of the greens. I'm pretty confident about that. Yeah. He's not getting terrible damage rolls on his Cyclones either, which is really nice. Alright, yeah, get that green one out of there. Alright, so Tzoonami is going through Hecarim's Cave. There's a couple fights here. They used to be a lot tighter, a lot scarier. This one with the Octoblush and the Gin Bottle. It used to be kind of a troll, whether you could run away or not before one of them like absorbed your HP or something. Because the last time that we healed was in End of Time, we used to heal at the bucket there, but now with End of Time Save Anywhere, we heal at the bucket later, so that kind of fixes how that fight's... how the fight turns out and affects the later fights. Where is GearlessRobot going? Oh, okay. No, where... Interesting. Alright, that makes sense. Oh, that was... Did he get it? There we go. There, that was a pretty good Hecarim skip there for Tzoonami. Hit it second try. Yeah, he must have saved post-battle just in case. I mean, you got to play based on... Like, you have to take into account your knowledge of the game while you're playing. It's certainly not optimal, but it makes sense if you fear that you might die to our series again. Alright, will end of time save anywhere here work for Tzoonami? There's a 75% chance that it works. There are 3 good frames and 1 bad frame. Using the setup that Ottavino found. Okay, you hold up and right as soon as you come out of the portal. Reserve the text box. Holding A while the text is writing out. ABA really quick. Ah, he got it. There. Oh. Scary. I'm not sure if that worked. That'll be really close whether that worked or not. A little thing to note is that you can actually swap your party while you're in either menu. Yeah, he got it. Very good, very good. You can swap your party in the other menu. You're gonna have to open up your, there you go. Pause buffer strats. Alright, so how's our series going second time around? Looks like he's getting beaten up a little bit. That's one of the things about our series is Luca's attacks there are only as a safety when you make your perfect inputs. Oops, that was too high too. That's unfortunate. He's gonna have to do an extra cyclone here. This might go poorly. He's got to mash that first cyclone. Yep. And then don't attack with Luca. Wait for Chrono's turn and cyclone again. If he attacks with Luca... Oh... Here comes the big old counterattack. Big Zaxi is on Luca too. I'm sorry, GearlessRobot. That's unfortunate. Looks like your safety save pays off. Yeah, Tzoonami did that thing where you hold right and B during the end of time save anywhere. And it's supposedly going to make it 100%, but they were finding that there's still this like mystery factor where sometimes it works 100% of the time and then the other times it doesn't. Alright, first part of Zombor Skip went pretty well. And he's got the second one too, and he remembered his tab menu, which is very important. And that's a sub 110 Zombor. That's not too bad. Yeah, one of the things that I've been doing in my R-Series fight is I've just been avoiding Luca attacks. Like, her attack and her Flame Whirl, and I've just been healing Chrono instead. Kind of what we did before, but it really depends on how comfortable you feel in the fight. It's a really scary fight. That seemed pretty clean of a menu for Tzoonami there. The shopping, it's not too difficult to do, but it's very difficult to do optimally. That was pretty good. Remember the Mirage Hand. In my run earlier today, I actually sold my Mirage Hand accidentally. It was pretty bad. But I found out that Hammer Arm plus another Power Tab means that Robo's still going to be okay for the slash fights. So it worked out barely. All right, GearlessRobot. That seems a little bit quicker. There you go. You've got the quick cyclone. That's like the most important thing in this fight. If you get the quick cyclone, then you're ahead of their ATB just by a little bit. So yeah, the attack with Luca there, plus her Flame Toss, will kill the third one. Chrono's health seems really low. Did he heal before the fight? It must have just been bad luck getting punched with all of them. Alright, things are looking good here. He's just gotta mash like a madman and probably shouldn't get attacked again. Okay. I was scared there. If both those attacks hit Chrono, that would have been game over. Or another reset. But we're through, we're through. Good job, GearlessRobot. Tzoonami just blew through all of the battle skips here on Denadoro Mountain. It's a very, very fun set of platforming. Alright, so we're on to the Massimian fight. Did Luca die on the bugger fights with Tzoonami? I can't remember. Yeah, you can definitely do revive strats as well on our series. If you are like very quick and good, then you can recover from a mistake like that. So with no battles and hopefully a good load, we should see Chrono getting attacked for 33 here. So far, so good. I want to get the Hypno Wave off. And that's one of the things, is that Hypno Wave doesn't always put both to sleep. But with battle manipulation, it does put both to sleep here. Oh, okay, that was with Gearless. Slash for 154, and then a slash for 147. We'll know if, okay, yeah, they died. Yeah, because if Luca dies on the bugger fight, she misses out on a level. And the antipode that you do in this first phase of Massimmune doesn't quite do enough damage. It's just shy by like 4 or 5 damage. And so you have to do an extra slash with Chrono or something like that. And like I said earlier, any extra attacks before you're hoping to manipulate crits, like at the beginning of this fight, means that you're not going to be on for your crit table. But luckily everything's going well here for Tzoonami. Alright, everything seems to be going pretty well. Chrono gets attacked. Alright, yeah, that was really tight there. You need to make sure that the antipode and the slash both get put off. And then Massimmune will switch his targets from Luca to Chrono. Yeah, if you're like super quick, sometimes Luca's turn will come up there too. It really depends. So, big thing here, we need to see if it's just Marley, that gets hit, or if Marley and Chrono get hit. So it's just Marley here. So we'll default to the 25 HP strat. And the only difference really between the two is that you're delaying your attack just a little bit on the 25 HP strat. Yeah, you wait here for him to attack Marley. Actually, I think the delay is on the 19 HP strat. I'm just looking at my notes here. Yep, this fight's looking like it's going pretty good for him. GearlessRobot, and making sure not to forget about the tabs. They're very important to pick up. There is backup tabs you can get if you do miss them, but these ones are nice and quick, and getting them in your menu, or yeah, getting them in your inventory early is better. A very clean mass immune fight. Let's see here. No crit for GearlessRobot either. Yeah, there's a bunch of little corners in Hecarim Cave that'll catch you if you're not careful. Alright, good run away there for GearlessRobot 2. So Tzoonami's got to go talk to Tata and get the hero medal from him. He's obviously not the hero. He's more of a scoundrel, or so I hear. I didn't notice. Did Gearless eat the cake early? Alright, so there's a battle skip here. Gearless just got it. Oh, walked into the bat fight. Luckily you can run away. It's not too terrible. And we don't need to worry about RNG here at all because we'll be saving and reloading. Yeah. Ooh. You gotta be careful there. You have to grind along the wall. Right in line with the gym bucket. Otherwise you will get into the fight. So Tzoonami's on his way to 65 million BC. Or 65 million. Oops. Gotta get save anywhere here. Or GearlessRobot. There, he got it. Can he get it? Ooh. Try again. I'm not sure. I think he might have saved a little bit too high up. No, he didn't. This is kind of a tough skip here, especially if you're not practiced in it. You're really looking for a specific animation frame in Chrono's run. The setup gives you 3 frames, or sorry, 3 pixels. There we go. Yeah, you should be good there, GearlessRobot. I didn't get the audio cue, but I feel pretty confident in the animation frame. Yeah, you're good. Well done. There's a couple different ways to tackle getting over the trigger here in Hecarim's room. You can actually use a single release B while buffering up coming through the door will also get you there. It's definitely a little bit quicker, but it's much more difficult. And yeah, it's not very safe. But it is actually a lot faster. It doesn't require the save and reload like the other one does. If anyone here plays or knows anything about speedrunning The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, it's sort of like if you think about wall pumping, where you pump against the wall to manipulate the animation frames for Link to move a little bit faster, because he moves like 1 frame, then 2 frames, and 1 frame, then 2 frame, and if you make your movements against a wall, you get the 2 frame, 2 frame, 2 frame, and you move a little bit faster. You're kind of looking for something similar to this when Chrono's running, and you want him to have like a multi-pixel movement frame where you do your save so that you actually get past the trigger. That's the key that you're looking for. And the timer is normally reset when you reset the game. Good bird skip for GearlessRobot. And also just when you enter the room. Every time you enter a room or reload the game, anything like that, it sort of resets the timer. Alright, so Tzoonami got 165 and 167 on his last flame toss. That means that he is on the correct RNG. Everything has gone well for him. That was a quick rename of Ayla. I might have to steal that. Oh, I don't think he actually got to talk to the chef. That chef is booking it. He's almost as trolly as the rat. Very important party change there for Tzoonami. If you end up taking Marley into the cutscene, the soup cutscene, I guess you call it, then you have to dance with her, and that takes a lot of time. That's not something that you're really looking to do. Alright, it looks like GearlessRobot is going for the cathedral. Save anywhere. Oops. Don't think that's the way you want to go. I'm not sure where you're going. Yeah, up the middle. There we go. He should be in there. Yeah. This is a double check and a safety save. Safety save is good there, just in case you yeah, just in case you reset. Yeah, too much soup. So he makes a save there. Oops. Alright, so yeah, this can be really tough for new racers. I like to go above the captain here. It's early. No. Yeah, there's two different strategies here. You can either keep walk buffered and then start running as soon as you hit that grass patch, or you can use 3 release Bs, where you literally just let go of B ever so slightly. Both ways will set up your walk frame to the right one. He's a little early there. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the tougher ones. It looks like he was almost there. Yeah, Zombor Skip is very rough. This is one that I know Obda Jr. used to go for a couple times, but he couldn't quite figure it out. It was just not consistent enough. So there is the old Zombor Skip as well, where you actually trigger the captain, progress the cutscenes a little bit, and then you do 2 save anywheres further down the line. Ooh, I thought that one was going to be good. Ooh, that's close. Tzoonami's killing it here. He's already almost into Dino Lair. Reptite Slayer, sorry. Oh, that looks pretty good. That might be good for GearlessRobot. Just barely. Oh, so close. He might be in there. No. Yeah, you can tell each time the GearlessRobot goes for it if he had the right step count or not. Because you'll see that Chrono's toe is past the head of the knocked out guard there. Ooh, that was super close. Yeah, that could be a very, very frustrating skip. Harvest Scarf Berserker, unequipped vest. Mirage Hand, and Power Glove. And a safety save. The Nisbo fight's not very dangerous. Ooh, this looks like it might be good. That might actually be it for GearlessRobot. It'll be close. I think it might have been in there by 1 pixel. Oh no, so close. Feel for you, man. It's kind of hard to keep your movement straightforward while you're also trying to dodge around the captain there. Alright, so Tzoonami is on the Nisbel fight. It's pretty straightforward. We've manipulated crits for Ayla so that we have it down to a 2-cycle fight. More like a 1.5 cycle. He will only ever release his energy once. Yeah, all these crits from Ayla, she just hits so hard. Big thing is to not waste any of your inputs. Hit him with lightning as soon as he's done, or as soon as he releases. Very, very clean Nisbel fight. Hope GearlessRobot can hit this soon. Sometimes it's worth just going for it, like from the position that it repositions you. Yeah, I see what GearlessRobot is trying here, but you really need the screen transition to control the actual animation timer frame. So close. Yeah, I think there's a couple of really good explanations of Zombor Skip. Oh, how to do it from the position you get sent back to. Yeah, that's something that I don't know, I probably should learn. Oh, this looks like we're probably in there. Yeah, this looks good. I can feel the relief coming from him. There you go, buddy. You're in there. Yeah. You need to be you need to have your run movement buffered when you load. He was so uncertain whether he had it that he just didn't have the movement buffered. He's halfway there though. Yeah, you just need to you have to have your left and run buffered as you're reloading. And you need to do a single release B here. And as long as Chrono's head is lined up directly beside the guard there, then you know that you've made it past the trigger. So Tzoonami is doing the glitched Massimmune repair cutscene. When you switch your party members from what would normally be Luca and Robo, somehow you get to retain control of your character during the cutscene, and it's much, much quicker. There's a lot of extra text and animations that happen otherwise. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's releasing B. It looks like he is, but I think he might be releasing B for too long. You really just want to like take your finger off of it and then press it down again. Like it's almost not releasing it at all. You just take it. There we go. Ooh, he saved over. It should be good, but that's very dangerous to save over your only save once you're already there. But he must have been confident that he had it by his visual cue. Good job. We're through that. Here's some more one frame buffer. There you go. A little scary. I guess I should talk about the 1 pixel movement. What you do is you press the direction you want to move and the pause button at the exact same frame. And what happens there is that normally Chrono might move like 1 or 2 frames. It's really hard to actually press a direction just for a single frame. But with the pause buffer, you can get a single frame movement. Oh, we have it new too. Tzoonami's run is blessed. But yeah, sometimes you just need to move 1 pixel, and instead of like backing up and resetting again, you can actually just move that 1 pixel pretty consistently. We got the new... Oh. Yeah, it looks like GearlessRobot's trying to do the unequip in the wrong direction. It does not work in that direction. It only works right and upwards, or left and downwards, and you're not able to use the unequip from your first player position to your last player position. The wrap messes it up somehow. Alright, he just has to be very careful here that he doesn't sell his bronze bow before he unequips Chrono. There you go. Yeah, once you get Chrono unequipped, then you're able to sell all of your weapons and stuff. It should be fine. Chrono's the hard one because you need to have a weapon for the character in the second position slot in order to do the unequip on Chrono. Everything else just goes from your accessory upwards and you're fine. Did Robo get unequipped too? I didn't see. Here's hoping. Oh. That was really close to getting into that fight. I've never seen the save done from that particular position. I'm sure it's fine. Anywhere along the edge there should be good for it. Yep. Oh yeah. Hopefully he notices that Marley has the Berserker on here. That's... yeah, he noticed. There we go. That gets me all the time. You're so focused on making that menu quick and optimal that sometimes you forget to take the Berserker off. Tzoonami is just seconds away here from getting into the Magus castle. Yeah, that's one of the things where chat will definitely save your butt a couple times. Happened to me. All right, yeah. Ooh, bird fight? What's going on? Okay. I thought he got in the bird fight for sure. He must have been scratching or something. Safety save just before mass immune. He's gonna try and get the reload as well. Yeah, I really like how important the Berserker is for speedrun strategies here. Oh, careful. Alright, this is a fight you can't run away from. You're probably better off resetting. Yeah. Your save was just right there. There you go. Yeah, that's one of the parts about this particular spot is that, like, once you fall down from the broken ladder, you need to wait a certain amount of time. Normally the amount of time that you wait before you try going up is... Oh, yeah, you want him to have just thrown a stone at you. Yeah, GearlessRobot, he had quite a hard time with Zombor Skip. And, he had to fight our series 3 times, is what put him behind, really. Both players fought our series twice. Both players, raced Johnny twice. And both players ended up missing the rat on the first screen as well, so the future was not very kind. Looks like GearlessRobot's having a little bit of trouble getting past this jerkbird here. Oh, okay, that was super quick. He did it though. Do we get a 19 here? Sweet. Tzoonami is good to go for RNG for Magus's castle. As long as he can make this last tough skip right here. This bat skip is very difficult. Ooh, okay. Now, I shouldn't say it's very difficult. It's just kind of tight. If you end up bonking and grinding against walls too much, you can be too far behind to skip it. Magus's castle hype. Alright, so let's see if any of these stumbles have affected GearlessRobot. I think Chrono is an extra level up. Yeah, so he was still doing more than enough damage on this first section. Massa's bravery. Mune's knowledge. Together, we decide to only work up our upper body. Rawr. Alright, so there's no crits. It looks like he's gonna have to do a bit of a improvised mass immune fight here. Ooh. Yeah, hopefully he notices that he's off script and just tries to attack this a little bit more casually. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like he scrolled his item menu all the way to the bottom. There it is. Alright, just taking a quick little healing round. That's definitely very important in order to keep this safe. And unequip helm. Alright, Tzoonami is on his way to hopefully a nice, easy flea fight. Take a little bit of a breather. Ooh, Marley bit the dust. Masamune can hit like a Mack truck if he wants to. Looks like he's handling this pretty well, though. And yes, there is there's another race after this. Evil Ash will be racing. Leaving me right now. Sorry. Evil Ash is racing Dogleaf. Dogleaf. How could I forget Dogleaf? Yeah, and Masamune's regular attacks start hitting for double damage too once he does a lot of, or once he's taken enough damage. Alright, pretty run-of-the-mill flea fight here for Tzoonami, and cool, Masamune down for GearlessRobot. So GearlessRobot is a couple sections behind right now. Tzoonami all but has this in the bag as long as he keeps focused. He's actually got a lot of room for error, so it might not be the worst idea just to take things a little safe. The real question here is, will Tzoonami go for the item strats? No. Okay. This is something that I definitely suggest racers look into. I'll try and post it in the Discord, but there is a much safer tonic on the slash fight, and all you need to do is put Robo on item memory at the end of this fight. So you just delay Chrono's attack until Robo gets his menu up, and then attack with Chrono, and just have Robo use like a mid-tonic on himself. It won't actually use it, but it'll set his cursor memory to item. And for the slash fight, instead of having Chrono try and hit that really, really tight mid-tonic, after Frog gets spin cut, Frog will crit, and then you use Robo to use the mid-tonic and Chrono to attack, and then you follow the rest of the script. You basically just switch Chrono's mid-tonic and Robo's attack to Robo's mid-tonic and Chrono's attack, and you follow the rest of the script, and you are good to go. The reason that we've been going by the Chronotonic strat is because it works for all versions of the game. The Robotonic strat, I don't believe, works for Virtual Console. So if you are playing on Virtual Console, then that's not a strategy that you can do. That's like one of the only real differences between the SNES version and the Virtual Console. Yeah, Autovino came into my chat one day and pointed that out to me. I'll try and remember to post it in Discord after the races here, just in case anyone wants it to update their notes. Ooh, looks like a snake fight there for GearlessRobot. It's not the worst. It's a quick runaway too. Alright, so Tzoonami is fighting Sir Slush. Let's hope that this goes well for him. The fight is pretty straightforward. The first part, you just want to wait for two actions, one being Frog's attack, the other being Slash's attack, and then you just hold X until you see Slash get a turn, Chrono get a turn, and Frog get a turn. And you want to hold X until Chrono gets another attack, and then you let go of the X button, and that will make sure that Frog gets his critical. There's also a visual cue, which I will point out when it happens. Right here, you want to stop holding X. Oh. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. I was earlier in the fight. So much to pay attention to here. Looks like things are still good for Tzoonami. That was my bad. I shouldn't have even said anything. Yeah, I think Chrono was supposed to heal there. Alright, I think he was aware that he fell off the script just a little bit. Got the crits for Frog coming back at him, though. That's really good. Alright, GearlessRobot just did the check to make sure that he did the fade out correctly. When you do the fade out, it changes the story title to a new title, the Rare Red Rock. And you can also save and reload to try and set up your RNG for the 65 million BC. Alright, so still looking like it's pretty close to... it's definitely not on script, though. Alright, so there's the spin cut on Frog. Keep it up, though. This is a pretty nice, safe fight. You just have to really pay attention once Slash starts countering. Once Slash starts countering, you might as well just let Frog do all of the damage, even on an unscripted fight. Yeah, that's why we pick up extra mid-tonics here. It's definitely worth it. Oh no, Chrono's taking a nap on GearlessRobot's side. Oh, he's not dead. He's literally taking a nap. He's been put to sleep. I was wondering what happened there. I didn't see the Z's pop up. Alright, so we're in counter mode here. Hopefully Frog can finish it off. Oh, he's going for it. This Frog attack should probably finish it off, especially since it's a critical. Alright, well done. Well done. That end of Slash is always scary when you're not on script. Nice quick little menu, just Slasher, Magic Scarf, and Hero Medal. And then you want to use a Shelter. And he's gonna go for it. I don't think there's really any fights that you can get into that'll kill you. Yeah. One of the I don't know, it's not like a terrible thing, but if you get into a fight or sorry, if you're not on a scripted fight for Slash, then you're gonna have to set Chrono to tech memory here during these runaways. it's just better to have them on tech instead of item, because the LNR will, even though you're holding them to run away, they'll also scroll your item menu. And your item cursor has a memory across all characters, so if you scroll your item menu too far down, then it doesn't matter who's going to use the item. It's going to be just like completely far away. Your item cursor is going to be far away from any of the items that you actually need. You're going to have to use L or R to scroll back to where you need. That's the quickest way to recover from that. Alright, the guillotine room. This is quite the room. He's taking this extra safe. That first guillotine super slow. But he does have the time to play with. I don't really blame him for taking it safe. Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. You got guillotined pretty bad there. Alright. You gotta be careful not to use all your mid tonics here, too. Yeah, the guillotines can be a little trolly. Alright, he got the little squeeze by there. Squeeze by the rolly. He's attacking this pit room nice and quickly. Oh, there we go. It's this next room here that I think is probably the hardest room in Magus Castle to do quickly. Like, it's not necessarily the hardest room just to get through, but to do this room as quick as you want, like, it's pretty difficult to get by all the birds. There's something that I'm not sure if it's actually possible to do with human inputs, but you can actually squeeze by the last rolly if you're quick enough. So that entails a lot of early cycles in order to line up correctly. Alright, so Tzoonami looks like he's going for the safer strategies here. Slurp cuts and slashes. Ooh, he got a 181. That guy has 2 HP left. Or 1 HP left, sorry. I think they have 182 HP. But even if that first fight doesn't go according to plan, as long as it didn't go, like, over by too much, you should still be in the window to have your crits line up for the final fight, if you want to go for the crit strategy. He's bringing Luca in. There we go. This fight is definitely much safer with Luca. Luca's able to one-hit kill these guys just with a fire to the face. Hopefully Frog will give us a crit. He normally does here. Yeah. Do we get the second crit? No. I didn't notice if GearlessRobot was still on RNG. We'll take a look here at his Megasaur fight and see how that goes. Yeah, he definitely isn't. I can tell because Ayla got her ATB first. If you're in the right battle window, then Chrono will always get his ATB first, even with a crit there. I could be incorrect, but I don't think that this is gonna 62. That's a what? A 131? Yeah. Oh. That is one hectic dodge session there. Oh, okay. He made it through, though. Alright, does Tzoonami get the 119? Let's hope. Let's hope. Hope and pray. Yep. And 118. Alright. It looks like he was one window too late. I'm not sure what happened there, but he can either go for it. There is a backup strat for a 118 switch. Instead of reloading, you can just go for it. It's a little bit sketchy, or you can go for a reload. So it looks like GearlessRobot is resetting just before Nisbel. Maybe he's trying to manipulate some criticals. That is something that you can do if you're not quite on there. You can go for a the backup load that you would do just before entering Magus's castle. And hopefully you end up on a pretty nice string of crits for the fight. You don't need to be too precise, because there's enough attacks that Ayla does where you can kind of end up getting the crits, but that's definitely a more advanced maneuver. Alright, so the timing is going to be... Yeah, it looks like GearlessRobot's just going to be bashing here. Tzoonami is on his Magus fight. He's on par for a 2-hour, 10-minute, or maybe even like a 2:08 Magus fight, as long as everything goes well here for him. He must have done the quick backup load. I really like the quick backup fight. I believe that's on Wikidot. You can find the 0.5 Magus backup load. I really enjoy that fight. Where is it? So he's on... So he wants to hold X for 2. He's gonna get... Oh. Shadow? Okay, yeah, he went for the actual one. He got the good window. He got the 119 window. He's back on where he should have been. So rocket roll, frog X. And then another quick rocket roll is the big thing here. And then frog X again. Sometimes if you're like uncertain, you can hold off on frog's attack until you see that Magus is actually countering with lightning. But if you know that you're on the right RNG, then you can pretty much just go for it. The big thing here, you have to wait for the geyser and then mid-tonic frog. Alright, Nisbel down for GearlessRobot. Way to go, dude. That's 2 lightnings from Chrono. And this should be the third one. Unless I'm not counting right. Maybe I'm counting the one from the previous cycle, but I think that this is the third one. No, that's the third one. Sorry, guys. And that's the key. As long as you can get all 3 of those lightnings in, then you should be able to kill him before his second dark matter. Easy. Like, you'll normally kill him 2 or 3 attacks after he starts casting a spell. You can't see my air quotes, but I'm making air quotes. Yeah, he's just mashing attacks. He's on the home stretch. Unequipped glitch still half works on JP. It provides you with defense. It just doesn't increase your magic power. So dark matter still does almost no damage on Japanese, but you just want to like unequip 1 piece of your armor instead of 2, because you're not getting the actual attack bonus too. But there is actually a root notes for any %J on the wiki.website website too. Pretty cool notes actually. Alright. Looks like we are done there. Tzoonami has officially killed Magus. We're just waiting for him to take a knee. 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 44 seconds. Very nice first run here. For any %J on the wiki.website website too. Pretty cool note. Oops. Switch over here. My voice was coming through Tzoonami's game volume.
Yeah, the other guy just finished.
Alright, I'm gonna switch to some music here. Not that song though. Let's get some Ayla on the go. Oh, no worries, Tzoonami. Alright, so we just have the frog cutscene and Magus's castle for GearlessRobot to make it through. I'm glad there's no webcam, otherwise you guys would see me doing my silly dance while I'm listening to Ayla's theme song. Alright, so it looks like there was a bird skip fail there. I don't think that matters too much, at least RNG-wise. There's definitely some hatred going on in chat towards Ayla. I don't know what that's all about. Ayla is obviously the best. I think this calls for a little bit of a frog theme, actually. Oh, wow. So yeah, wow. I'm sitting here thinking about this 2 hour and 7 time. If the future hadn't been such a troll, this could have easily been a sub 2 run for Tzoonami. So very, very well done. Sometimes the rat's just a little bit too fast. I like how Cyrus is like, I'm just gonna take one swing at you, and then he just like takes 3 or 4 just like vicious stabs at that giant frog. Yeah, our series was pretty rough to both runners today. And I think Tzoonami got 4 oranges twice in a row. Yeah, mid-tonic's strategies is definitely one of the better things that I think anyway, personally, that it's a little bit safer, especially if you don't hit your first cyclone on them. It's very important to just like almost default to tonic strats and hope that you don't need to do a second one. Like, depending on who gets hit, like if everyone hits Chrono or everyone hits Luca, you're in a lot of trouble. And you should tonic as soon as you get a chance to. It's very dangerous to wait and like try and heal at a more opportune time, because as soon as one of them has a turn, chances are 2 more of them also have their turn already up and queued. So you really need to make sure that if you are going to be doing your tonic strats, that you just do things a little bit safer. There is the new for the second player. Both players have had a new. It's time to bring our friend here. Oops. So I'm gonna close this down. We'll put a little Kappa new here for the victory for Tzoonami. Alright, it looks like our friend Jerry might be hopping into the Restream voice channel here at some point soon. I think he'll be joining me for the second race here, which will be nice. It's kind of hard to keep my eyes on both streams and fully commentate on everything that's happening on both. Yeah, if anyone wants to check out the brackets here, I'll put the link into the chat. Actually, it's right there, challenge.com, CTT tournament, and you can look at that and you can see what's going on bracket-wise. Ooh, I think that might be a Jerry.
I joined during the best part.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let me just bump up your volume a little bit here. Boom.
Okay.
Good to go. Welcome, Jerry.
Thanks. A little bit late, but better late than never.
You had stuff to do. I thought I had stuff to do, but luckily I don't know how to say it. Luckily it didn't happen, so I get to stream Chrono Trigger races instead, which is pretty fun for me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, and we are having 2 today, which is amazing.
Yeah, 2 races is really nice.
Okay. Yeah, Gearless, I've actually joined around. Gearless was doing like hack and skip, and Tzoonami was a little bit ahead. But I mean, Tzoonami did great. 207, that's pretty good.
Yeah, both players had a little bit of trouble.
Gearless had a little bit of trouble. It's good.
Yeah, the future was rough to both players.
What happened there? I missed it.
Both players missed the rat first try, so they both had to chase the rat in the other direction. Both players had to race Johnny twice, and both players had to refight our series. GearlessRobot had a third R series fight, unfortunately.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, the future was probably the roughest part for both players, and then there was Zombor Skip for GearlessRobot was kind of rough on him, but that's completely understandable. Zombor Skip is a tough one, especially if you haven't practiced it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, Zombor Skip and Heckran Skip, but especially Zombor Skip, it's really, really rough. Like, if you're a little bit off, not only with your timing, but you think you practiced it some way, and then when you're doing it, you're like 2 frames late or something. You'll never get it, or it's gonna be like RNG, so
yeah,
it's pretty hard.
I think GearlessRobot was using the grass patch strategy instead of the triple release B.
Yeah, he was actually running a little bit late.
That was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually jumped, like I saw the difference in the race, so I gave him a tip. But when he got it, it was actually like completely random, since it wasn't like from coming in, like it was like from a retry.
Yeah, I saw that. There was a couple there where I kind of thought he was there, but he was just 1 pixel away from nailing it. And not only do you have to get past the trigger, but you also have to open up your menu as well. So I am a little worried about how flea manipulation is going to go. GearlessRobot did have a couple extra fights, so we'll have to see. This might be a bit of a nail biter.
Let's see how it goes. He did a reload right before Magus Castle. Yep.
And one thing I noticed here is, I hope that that hench doesn't get despawned. No, we're good. Okay. Because it's something that can happen. It's pretty rare. Oh, that's on Chrono.
I think the RNG is off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the RNG is off. But the flea fight isn't... Well, I'm not going to say it's easy. It's definitely dangerous. But it's not too dangerous. You just need to make sure to let Chrono die and not heal Chrono. Everyone else you can heal for sure, but... Equip Helm and Berserker.
By the way, are you watching it in the layout?
Basically.
Or are you like overlapping the streams?
I think they're pretty much in line. Let me... Yeah, they're exactly in line, actually. but
Okay.
I'm doing a window capture for GearlessRobot just to make it a little bit bigger.
Okay. I didn't see the damage there. 376. That's 188.
Oh, it was a critical, was it?
Yeah, but it was 376. That's 188. So he might still be good. I don't know. Since he reloaded, like you can't control that first critical.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might still be good. Let's hope.
Otherwise, this could get a little interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hit my
Yeah, it's not good.
Ooh, he's gonna reset. He's gonna go for the good one.
Yeah. I also think he's learning any percent. Because he's leaving, like he's putting Marl in the team.
Oh, I
for,
see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like in the past and right now.
If you don't mind, Jerry, I'm just gonna take a quick second away, so it's all you.
Yeah,
just for
sure.
a little bit.
Go ahead. Okay, so let's see how Gearless does for now. That load seemed good to me. Let's see if he gets it. Again, just need to go to the rooms. Let's see. Sorry if I'm a little bit like distracted. I'm just talking to a couple racers that are sadly dropping out. Okay, cool. Okay.
I didn't see. Was that Crimson Rain on Frog?
I missed it. Let me watch my stream. I missed it. Chat, please tell us.
Looking at Frog's health, I think it was.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just have some news. The Angie Black versus Reverse McCown race won't happen. Angie Black's dropping out of the tournament. And Rivers, he just had the Final Fantasy IV run earlier, but he said, I mean, I just told him that he could stay in if he learned the run by next week, so he's gonna move on.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So we're now missing only 2 races. Between, I'm gonna check. Let's see, Rom Timney and Gates, both which I've heard nothing from, and Asterismo and Maori Linux, which again I've heard nothing from as well.
Yeah, I think I've seen. I at least have seen Rom Timney in Discord online within like the last week, so he knows what's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, flea fight. 49 on Chrono. There we go.
Yeah, to be honest, this tournament has been really good. Like, the times the racers have been getting
Yeah.
have been way too good. To be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest, I was expecting times closer to 3 hours for the first round races. Getting like sub 2s and really low 2s has been pretty great to see. People have been putting in the work.
Yep. Yeah, sub 2 is definitely like a really nice like first big goal to aim for. Sub 215 is like a really great goal for like just learning the run. I'm still aiming for an average of sub 155 for myself. Hopefully I'll get there.
Yeah, 155 is really good. I'd take 155. Sub 155 for any race, to be honest.
Yeah, for any race. Even if you accidentally sell Mirage Hand, it's still it's still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out perfectly, Jerry. The hammer arm plus power tab was like exactly the same amount of damage.
Oh, you did grab the power tab.
I
Okay.
ended up grabbing the power tab. I think I would have been short on damage if I hadn't.
Yeah. That's great then. That's a good backup.
Although you should never ever, you should never sell your Mirage Hand.
Yeah, for sure. Can he run away here? I'm not sure. Yeah, he can.
This fight? Yeah, okay. So he's going to be on a YOLO slash fight. That's not too terrible. It definitely kind of sucks.
Let's see if he does a safety save. No. Nope. He's going for it. Yeah, YOLO slash.
It's not too bad as long as you play it safe near the end. Once he starts moving quickly, then you can just make sure that all your characters are topped up on health and kind of let Frog do all the work from that point on.
Yeah. My advice, like personal advice, would be completely forgot. Use Robo as a heal tank.
Yeah.
Like, don't attack with Robo. Even if everybody's in complete health, wait to get hit and then heal with Robo at the end. That way you can make sure you're not gonna die. Okay.
Yeah, everything's going well here. Yeah, you must be right. He must be learning any percent no LSS.
Yep.
I was actually thinking of
B-man.
breaking out a run of that here pretty soon. Just like a
Nice.
complete D-Rust, no LSS.
We are gonna have a pretty big race for the SNES Superstars tournament next Sunday.
Yeah, I'm looking
Red
forward to that.
Slash versus Poexel versus Abonis with Obda on commentary. It's gonna be really good.
Oh man, that'll be amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't heal before.
Oh,
Let's see how he plays it.
yeah, well, if you're off RNG, I can see just skipping that since you're going to be healing a whole bunch on the beginning of the second phase regardless.
This crits though. Yeah, I think learning this route is really fun. This category, compared to many RPGs, I consider Chrono Trigger to be a fast-paced RPG. So I think it's pretty fun to learn.
It is pretty fast-paced. Like, even with the boss skips, there's, like, not too many dull points in it. Like, the frog cutscene's a little bit dull, and the early game can be a little bit repetitive after you've done a whole bunch of runs, but like, there's not really any point where you can just, like, turn your mind off. You need to be paying attention to everything, and really rewarding.
Yeah, I completely agree there. Yeah, I agree, Tzoonami. Even when you're playing bad, you can still have fun with this game. I agree.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun coming up with backups, to be honest. Like, I like running games by the seat of my pants a lot of the time. And just like being able to have like really cool, interesting backup strategies if stuff goes wrong. I really like it.
Yeah, and especially for a game like this, it can really help you out. Yeah, for sure, Tzoonami. There's always like cutscenes between sections. And yeah, the start, it's like exponential. You get like bird skip, pixel perfect, and then you go like moving up till you get to skips and stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really fun areas after Magus too. Like after Magus, you go into Chrono's, the Chrono Castle, and there is a lot of really cool movement in there. It's kind of like Denadoro, but even more scary because you can't run away from anything.
Yeah, I love Chrono Castle. Uh-oh. Okay, we good.
Yeah, Chrono
Aside
would have
from
died if that hit
Tyranno, I
Chrono.
mean, one of the other areas, but you only see in 100% would be the Black Omen. I love the Black Omen.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool movement in the Black Omen.
I also love Death Peak. And the Ocean Palace, more or less. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we skipped the majority of the Ocean Palace, though.
Yep.
There's a lot of, like, really hidden stuff in there that is just way too out of the way for a speed run.
Yeah, and thanks to Ottavino, the new Mass Escape is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, it's not new, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a... Ooh.
No, he
Are we
needs
in
to
yes
start healing, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Not on Chrono. Come on. Okay, that's fine. Heal Frog. Did he heal Frog? Please tell me he healed Frog. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I think he's good though.
Yeah, he should be fine. With Chrono dying there, I'd be a little bit worried for a full game run, but we're definitely fine here. Good job, good job. We were past Slash. Just one more boss to go and a couple pits to run around.
Yep.
Yeah, this is Slasher, Magic Scarf, Hero Metal, and Shelter for this menu.
Yeah, enemy detect boxes can be a bit... sometimes they can be a bit trolly in this game. For sure. Especially with the way battles work in this game. That some you can see and some you can't.
Yeah. You can also... There's another thing on the Wikidot under... I think it's under the strategy section where there's a Lua overlay that Red Slash made, where when you have it on in SNES 9X, you can actually see the invisible battle triggers, and so you can kind of get a better idea of where you're supposed to be moving around. It's a very helpful tool.
Yeah, that one's amazing. I recommend it. Basically, you need to download 9X 1.51 re-recording RR, and then you just activate the Lua script that's on the page. And when you're playing through the game, you'll see the text, the hitbox, the enemy trigger, sorry, on the ground in different colors, so you can get an idea of where everything is and like try to route your way through the areas and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it also keeps track visually of your RNG in a really ingenious way, color-coded and everything. So you're actually able to see these windows that you kind of hear people talk about, but you don't necessarily understand a lot of the time. And then once you sort of understand those and how the game sort of progresses through the windows, it's actually not that hard to sort of go a little off the cuff with RNG manipulation. Definitely not safe to go too far, but... And so I think Tzoonami got chopped a little bit by these guillotines. Let's see how GearlessRobot handles them. Perfect. Alright, Pit Room of Death. This can often... Ooh, he's a little bit... Okay. I thought he might have been a little bit too far right.
Yeah, me too. Looked good.
Right,
Okay.
that's not gonna work. Yeah. You need to start running as soon as you enter that screen. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to skip that first bird.
Yeah. He did get lucky though, there's no bombers.
Ooh, and he gets a crit with Frog too. I suppose that's supposed to happen anyway. I don't think ice does any damage to the outlaws though. Oh, I will eat my words.
Yeah, it does good damage. But it has really slow animations. Oh.
The ninja
yeah, he didn't
rolly.
see him. You don't need to attack the rolly, he will explode anyways. And hurt you. It's not like the volcanoes that you can attack and they can hurt the enemy. No, this one's always will hurt you.
Let me, yeah, if you're looking for that Lua that I was just talking about... Oh, look, it's already in there. Okay. I'm just going to post this here anyway. Under the strategies section, you can find it in there. It's very, very cool. Like, I was playing with it before he added the color coding, and it was still really helpful, but man, those color-coded windows are amazing. It also reflects how the RNG windows shift depending on how many party members you have. So, like, the window that you're reloading for with reverse bird skip is slightly different than the window that you would reload for, like, the 0.5 Magus load, just because you have a different amount of party members. And so the windows are slightly different.
Yep. It's amazing, you should definitely check it out. 100% recommend. Okay, good. He seems to be doing alright. To be honest, after Somber Skip, Gearless picked it up quite a bit.
Yep. It really feels like he did practice a bunch, but maybe he's just a little bit rusty right now. Like,
yeah.
It seems like he knows everything that he's supposed to do.
Yeah, might also have been a little bit nervous or something. It happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, also, if you want a little preview of next week races, we already got Drunken Draconian versus Gand scheduled for Thursday, so that's gonna be good.
Yeah, I need to do a little bit more practice though, but I should be good for that.
I'm gonna try to ask someone, maybe someone can restream. I'm not home on Thursday, so I won't be able to.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can My internet's good enough. I might be able to run 2 versions of OBS. I don't know.
I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah, I might melt my computer.
I mean, since you play on the window capture for OBS, I feel it might lag you a bit. Having 2 OBSs open.
Yeah, most likely. Like, I could just play Windows Capture and play in the overlay, or like the race overlay, but I'm not sure I'm up to that.
No, what are you doing?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was worried there. I didn't get a chance to say anything about it. Oh, he got it though.
Nice.
That's the old way to skip that fight.
But yeah, if you're enjoying this, you should follow the runners. The ones right now and the one of the race coming up between Evil Ash and Duckleaf. And the commentator as well. How did your run go earlier, by the way?
I cut it after Sub 3 was dead. I wanted to go grab some food and, you know, just sort of relax a little bit before the restream here.
Yep.
Sub 3 is my goal, so once that was dead, I knew that I was going to have to cut it a little short anyway because of the race coming up. But lots of golds, so it was a good run, just a couple mistakes.
Yeah, you've been playing pretty good lately. Sub 3 is just a matter of LSS cooperating a bit.
Yet, world record is a matter of LSS cooperating, to be honest. Like, I almost got world record on my previous run, and that was with a 154 Magus time. Like, if I get 152 Magus and first or second try LSS, then world record is almost free.
Nice.
But, you know, that's still, there's a lot of ifs there. Lava Shell Skip is unkind.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright, he's going for the Magus reload. Let's hope he got it. Magus. We all believe in you, GearlessRobot.
Let's go, Gearless. That load seemed a little bit early, but it could still be in the low end of early. Let's see. The crit's fine. The crit's fine. Shadow, he's good.
Awesome. I still have so much trouble with that load.
No. Yeah, he definitely. Let's see if he gets.
I still think the same amount of actions have happened, so maybe? Okay. I know that the RNG increments every time that Magus sort of like steps through a phase. Yeah, he's just a little bit backwards there on the frog attacks. If we get lightning here, okay, yeah.
Yeah. He forgot to attack with frog.
Alright. Just keep going, pushing through. You've already gotten quite a bit of damage here on this this first phase. Might need to take it a little bit safe. Oop. Does Chrono die here? No, it's like 30 something, right? Oh, 40.
Come on, no fire, no fire.
It's water.
Frog's gonna die.
Yeah, I still think Frog dies here. Yeah.
Oh, by 1 HP. Yeah, just heal him again. Okay, good move, and then attack with Chrono. Good move. To be honest, I would have attacked with Robo. Because Chrono can do lightning, in case you need.
Yeah.
Let's see... Okay,
There
good.
we go.
There we go. He's still gonna need one more, I think, because he didn't frog attack for 1 lightning. That's like 200 less damage.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah, I'd probably wait for all 3 ATBs to come up. Attack with Frog. And heal with Robo. Ooh, Robo bit the dust. This is... Let's see what happens.
Okay, good. He's good. Do the lightning.
wow.
Do the lightning. No. Okay. He's good. He's good.
He's still fine though. Like, he's gonna get multiple dark matters, but he's through. That first phase, man. Alright. Yeah, you should be fine, even with 2 dark matters. I think dark matter does like 30 to 50 damage on each character, so he's got enough health that he should be able to just make it through.
Yep, and 60-ish on Frog.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It does a little bit more on him. Six. Yeah, he's just gonna heal to be safe. I don't disagree with that. It probably wouldn't have mattered, but finishing the battle with like 1 or 2 health, it's pretty iffy. It's because he's a marshmallow? Yeah. Couple more attacks here. Alright, so there's the second dark matter. Shouldn't be too much longer here. He's got an extra, what, about 800-900 damage to make up from missing those 2 lightnings.
Okay, good.
Okay. Wait until he takes a knee. And boom. Oh, I stopped a little too early. Yep. Close enough. 2 seconds off. 2 hours, 50 minutes, 21 seconds. Good game, guys. I really enjoyed casting this race. And we're